Ferrandini glowered at the men sitting at the table with him in the corner of a dimly lit saloon. His body shook with fury as he continued to speak. "With the first shot, the chief traitor Lincoln will die. Then all Maryland will be with us, and the South will be forever free." The men hung onto his every word, spellbound. To outsiders, Ferrandini was just a barber from Italy. But to those in the know, the fiery and influential Ferrandini was the leader of the Palmetto Guards, a secret group of rebels who were ready to fight to the death. "Murder of any kind is justifiable and right, to save the rights of the Southern people." When Ferrandini finished speaking, everyone at the table fiercely agreed with him. Cigar smoke swirled in the air, and the men were warmed by the whiskey and a feeling of camaraderie from being in complete agreement with one another. No one suspected there was a spy sitting at the table, ready and waiting to betray them. The spy was Allan Pinkerton, a name known for striking terror and hatred into the hearts and minds of criminals. But Ferrandini and the other men at the table knew him by the name John Hutchinson, and while Pinkerton sat at the table agreeing with them that Lincoln must die, he was fully aware of the fact that they were the real traitors. Nevertheless, Pinkerton also knew that if he made one false move or said one wrong thing, he would likely end up dead. With the election of Abraham Lincoln 3 months ago, anger was raging over the issues of slavery, not just in Baltimore, but across the nation. Bitter and savage debates caused the simmering rage to explode, and a person could find himself murdered over a difference of opinion. Fearful that Lincoln would abolish slavery, the fight escalated, with 6 states seceding, or breaking away from the United States and forming their own country. There was talk that rebel troops were getting ready to seize Washington, D.C., and overthrow the government as the United States and the newly formed Confederacy teetered on the brink of a civil war. For the past 2.5 weeks, Pinkerton had been working undercover, posing as a secessionist. He had set up an office in Baltimore's financial district and befriended James Luckett, who happened to work in the same building. When they first met, Pinkerton told Luckett that he was a stockbroker from Georgia, a state that had just seceded from the United States. Luckett, in turn, told Pinkerton that he was a secessionist and fully supported the Southern states' right to own slaves. Luckett went on to tell him that he believed Maryland should break free from the Union and join the Confederacy. Strategically, Maryland's geographic position was important, since all the roads from the north passed through it and into the south. Pinkerton acted as if he wholeheartedly agreed with Luckett, and the two hit it off immediately. Over the course of the conversation, Pinkerton brought up Lincoln's impending presidential inauguration. Everyone was talking about it. In fact, 4 days ago, Lincoln had boarded the train in his hometown of Springfield, Illinois, to begin his journey to Washington, D.C. Lincoln planned on making 92 stops along the way in Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, and Maryland. He wanted to meet and greet his supporters before being sworn in as president. To make sure everyone knew about his trip, his train schedule was published in all the newspapers. Lincoln was expected to arrive in Baltimore on February 23rd, just 8 days away. "He may pass through quietly, but I doubt it," said Luckett. Luckett confided to Pinkerton that there was a secret organization called the Palmetto Guards that was powerful enough to put a stop to Lincoln becoming President of the United States. Even though Luckett wasn't a member of the organization, he was friends with the leader, Cipriano Ferrandini, and he was helping the Palmetto Guards raise money so they could buy more guns and ammunition. Luckett praised Ferrandini, saying he was a true friend of the South, who was not only willing to die for the cause, but who also had a plan fixed to prevent Lincoln from passing through Baltimore.